Good morning. Welcome to today's video. It's pretty grim outside today. It's been raining all morning and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime soon. I decided what I'm gonna do is I've been meaning to do an FTP test for quite a while. I should have done one already, especially since I started a new training plan. I'm actually gonna try the Trainer Road Ramp Test, which is actually only a 25-minute test, and I think you're actually only testing for like 15 minutes and it ramps up instead of being like 20 minutes full effort. I'm gonna give that a shot and see if it's a lot less painful than the normal FTP test. And I'm gonna try to get out for a rain ride later today. As you can see, I had to put a new cassette on my trainer. That's because the old cassette was a 10-speed and I have an 11-speed bike. So let's get started with this ramp test and see what it's all about. This is what the ramp test actually looks like. I just finished up the test and I'm on the cool down right now. I didn't get a new FTP score. It was exactly the same as it previously was. And I'm a little disappointed because I literally quit the ramp test right at the very end. I could have kept going for like the interval I was on and I would have completed the whole thing. But my problem was actually with ERG mode. I couldn't stay on top of the cadence. I screwed up, and you know, with ERG, if you get in a really low cadence, it shoots the power up. And so I think my cadence was like 40 at one point and I was just grinding and I was like, no, I was like, this is not what I need. I know that my FTP being where it was at, I tested early before the summer and I didn't test again. I was really bad about it. So knowing that my fitness has dropped a lot in the past month and a half, I feel like it's probably pretty close. So that means my power targets I'm using to train are good. I'm gonna finish the cool down and hopefully go out for a rain ride this afternoon. While having a basement pain cave seems awesome, that ramp test lasted 25 minutes and now I have to take my bike back upstairs. It's just up and down the stairs, it's a lot of work. If you can't tell, it is absolutely just pouring rain right now, but me and Sean are getting ready to head out for probably about 32 miles on the bike. I'm hoping to do about an hour and a half to 2 hours, hopefully. The camera's getting soaked. I'm not gonna be taking any cameras with me today because the lenses are just gonna be wet, so what's the point? But anyways, I'm gonna go get this ride going and hope that I don't freeze to death. That's a wrap on today's ride. We got about 33 miles in and it rained the entire time and it's still raining right now, but I had a great time. I didn't get too cold. I think I stayed pretty dry under my jacket. I'm like a little wet, but I'm pretty sure that's from sweat only. So I don't think it was too bad. I think the jacket held up pretty good and it kept me warm. I'm gonna get into some dry clothes because I don't wanna die. I had a really good ride today, so I'm really glad that I went out in the rain and my legs were actually pretty tired from that ramp test I did this morning. Even though that was a total of 25 minutes, my legs definitely felt like they were pretty worked. Got me a nice post-ride snack here. It's a banana chocolate chip muffin from the Light Side. Love that place. It's a low-fat muffin, perfect for an after-ride snack. I want to explain a little bit more about the ramp test that I did today and basically why I did that and what FTP is. So FTP is functional threshold power. It's measured in watts and it's theoretically power that you would maintain for about an hour. It's the number that you use to scale your workouts for training. So if you know what your FTP is, you use it to calculate your power zone. So when I say I'm going to do intervals in zone 5, that's how I know what my zone is because of my FTP and my functional threshold power. It's simply a measure of fitness is the easiest way to explain it. So the higher the FTP, the better your fitness is. If you become stronger, but you're still training at the same zones as before, your zone 5 may actually be a zone 4 as you get stronger. So that was a mistake that I made, is not assessing my FTP often enough. Most people say it should be done every 6 to 8 weeks. In the past, in order to do an FTP test, you basically did a 20-minute effort that was all out for 20 minutes, okay? You may think, that doesn't sound bad, but if you're a bad pacer, then you blow up in the first 5 minutes. Pacing was a big part of it, which kind of makes sense, but the ramp test is trying to give you a more accurate FTP, not including pacing. So today being the first day that I've done the ramp test, I really liked it. Every minute for 15 minutes, your power ramps up 1 block. And the way that they calculate your FTP from the ramp test is they take 75% of your best 1 minute power. This is my stuff on Trainer Road. When I calculated it, it was dead on for what they said it should be. Something to consider about that is I was in ERG mode or erg mode on my trainer, which means my trainer sees what power I'm supposed to be hitting in Trainer Road, and it basically pushes that power to me based on my cadence. So whatever pedaling I'm doing, it's gonna make me hit that power target. I was trying to decide if that was gonna be an issue or not. Without ERG, I'm not sure how good I would have done anyways. I don't know, I'm gonna do some more testing and see. I might turn ERG off for the next one and just see how I do doing the power myself. For some reason, I feel like that might be better, but I really need to do more testing with it. Maybe in 6 weeks, I'll test again and I'll let you know. And just to give you an idea of how hard the ramp test was, it's not nearly as hard as the 20-minute FTP test, because when you do the 20-minute FTP test on Trainer Road, you actually ride for an hour because there's a warm-up and you're pretty much exhausted. I mean, that hour is a very hard ride. But according to the ramp test on Trainer Road, I had a TSS of 30. Obviously, I only rode for about 25 minutes, so it wasn't a huge effort on me. So that's why I was able to ride again later in the day. I would not be able to ride again later with the 20-minute test. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll try to answer them for you. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.